Welcome back. This is the toolkit video. I'm going to show you what you should have in your arsenal in order to be able to make building Genesis atomizers easy. Alright, first thing, get yourself a torch. This is the one I like to use. You don't have to have one like this, doesn't really matter. A lighter will not work, it's got to be a torch for oxidizing your mesh. Sometimes I will pre-torch wire as well. It's a technique we'll discuss later. Alright, moving on. I'm going to move down here. So, get your different types of wire. I like to order directly from Temco. Get a variety of gauges. 26, 27. Got some nickel. Some stainless steel. I hate when that happens. Anyways, sweet spot titanium for that sort of build. I'm going to go titanium, that's the way to go. 29, 30, 28. So, got my little wire collection here. Let me just wind this up real quick and show you the mesh. You're going to want to have some different grades. If you're going to get just one grade of mesh, what I would get is 200 superfine. That is what I primarily use, and I could live without any other type if I had to, although once you get good at building, it's kind of fun to play around with how the different ones work. Different seasons will affect the way your atomizers work. Sometimes you use one in the winter, one in the summer, that sort of thing. Alright, so anyway, vape here. So I've just got a little envelope of pieces I've cut off and bigger sheets that I order. Let's see, Vapors Hobby Shop is a good place to order this from in the US. There's some good UK companies as well. So this is 500 superfine, pre-torched, meaning I just torched a big sheet of it all at once and stuck it in here. You can see I've cut some little strips off. Looks like I'm going to have to refill the 200 in here. No, there's some 200, maybe. You see how that's a lot more see-through? You can see my shirt right through it, whereas with this 500, it's pretty hard to see through it. I mean, you still can, but those fibers are much closer together. So 500, 200, 325. Those are the ones you'll want to have. You can see the difference of that up close. The lower the number, the less threads per square inch. And I think this one's 325 since you looked at the 5 and the 2 already. So, you can use any of them really. You just have to adjust your technique a little bit. So, now the actual tools themselves. There's kind of more supplies with the wire and the mesh. Alright, so I keep mine in these little baggies. You got actually this big thing, and you just throw it all in. Get yourself a good pair of scissors for cutting mesh. These are a little overkill, but you want something that's going to cut straight, not snag. I like long scissors because you can make one straight cut instead of little cuts along the way. A good wire cutter is nice. You can use nail clippers or even a crappy pair of scissors to cut your canthal. As long as you're not using too thick of a gauge, the scissors will work. This is my favorite type of pliers to use for building. Got this little bent head. I don't know what you call those exactly, but they're my favorite. Alright. So, that's a tiny one. I really like using a 3/32 flathead when I build. There it is, 3/32. And it's got a nice size tip on there. wide enough that I can use it directly forward like that, but narrow enough that if I just need to wedge it in on the side of the coil, I can do it. Alright, so moving on, you're going to want to have probably a couple different sizes of Phillips as well. Just find a set you like that's, going to feel good to use and buy that one. Let's see. What's in here? That one where it's easy to grab. Alright, moving on to the next pair. So this stuff is going to be more for rolling your wicks. I do have a variety of different tools that came with atomizers, 4 different screws in here as well. Alright, so let's see. Ceramic tweezers is kind of nice. Some people prefer that over a screwdriver for moving coils. Find what works for you. If you understand the theory, it won't matter as much getting a specific tool. Alright, so this is a rolling dowel that came with the Inex. Those are really nice to have. I use a 14 gauge needle as well for rolling outer wicks usually. Little blue screwdriver, essential part of any builder's kit. They come with most cheap atomizers that are rebuildable. I've got about, I don't know how many different types of Allen key in here. Some different interchangeable heads for these screwdrivers. You can see that's a nice round piece I can use. Different wick holes will require different size wicks, so I've got different gauge things I can wrap that mesh around. Straightened out paper clip for inner wicks. Let's see, teeny tiny Allen wrench that came with, that was the Cyclone. Got some different screwdriver tips. The essentials being one good flathead, or like you buy this set, you got all your screwdrivers pretty much covered, because that's got its Phillips in there, flathead. If an atomizer requires a special Allen key, it usually comes with it. Try not to lose those. Keep them somewhere you can find them. Preferably by your building stuff where you'll need it. Got different type of tweezers. Varieties that spice of life. So if you think something's going to work well, get it. There's a Vapeware rolling pin. That's a nice one for rolling wicks around. Alright, is there anything I missed? I think we're good. Alright, get your supplies.